Video explain.
This is going to be fucking great. Episode 5.
Hello, Tasmanian Carpet Cleaning.
Oh, yeah. I need my carpets clean, mate. I fucking killed someone.
Yeah, right.
I saw your ad, that shaking thumb. It's got me feeling very, very aroused. But I have blood all over the fucking floor. It's terrifying. I can't sleep. And I heard that you can fix it.
Yeah, no worries, mate. We'll be there in a week.
It needs to be done tonight, mate. You know, I need this. It's a problem. My wife's coming back tomorrow. If she finds this murder scene here, I'm going to have to answer questions. So,
okay.
If you could just bring your fucked up little van over tonight and just suck the shit out of this carpet for me.
Yeah. All right.
I'll pay double, mate. I'll pay double. I'll give you $20 for
you have to pay the airfare.
Oh, the airfare. Hang on. Where are we? I'm in Hobart. Where are you?
I'm in Fernie.
Oh, Bernie's too far away. You guys are dickheads.
Tasmanian Carpet Cleaning, a top job every time. Tasmanian Carpet Cleaning, 236689.
Oh, that was great. That was real. That was like going through a time warp there. That was good.
I could prize that Tasmanian Carpet Cleaning for another half hour.
Yeah, absolutely. It's drained me emotionally just thinking about the whole thing. But they won an award for that, and to this day, I cannot forget it. And even the phone number, 236689. Am I wrong?
Yeah, that's right.
Even though that number doesn't work anymore, of course, because they've added 2 extra numbers there, plus the area.
Yeah.
But it sticks in your brain. And no matter how much fun people make of that ad, it worked. You know?
Yeah.
And that's what counts at the end of the day. You can laugh at someone's art or their ideas, but if it cuts through and it actually does what it's meant to do, then fuck what people think.
It's the same as the Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, yeah.
Or with butterfly wings. It just sticks in your head.
Hey, well, we should chat about that then. Make this episode 5 because, you know...
That's a good idea. I thought we were just going to, crap on, but, let's focus.
No. Oh, us, we're very focused most of the time, but I just thought, I'd just call you and talk about Tasmanian carpet cleaning or whatever else, plus what you've eaten this week as well. But,
yeah.
I mean, we've got a lot of feedback for the last 4 episodes we've done in this kind of format. And people have said, look, they just keep giving us suggestions saying, can you explain this? Can you explain that? A lot of suggestions aren't actually to do with actual video clips. It's more to do with, can you explain what's going on in federal parliament, or can you explain why Aldi doesn't have shopping baskets? Those sort of things. I mean, but we can't solve all the problems.
How come they don't have shopping baskets?
Well, because they want people to buy more, I think, is what it comes down to.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, well, I've got the fucking stupid trolley. I either have to get one item. I came in here for 3 items. I can't carry them all. I need to get the trolley. Now I've got the trolley. I might as well just fill it up. That's probably the thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right, so if we want to chat about Bullets of Butterfly Wings, I think we both know this song inside and out, having lived through that glorious period of music.
Yeah. I remember we nearly didn't review this because...
look, don't talk about that.
You're so passionate about Billy Corgan.
Yeah, well, look, I had a renaissance there. I mean, you obviously want to embarrass me in front of all my fans out there. It's not going to work. I think people see through your ploy. But yeah, okay, yes, I admit it. I did have a moment of, I guess, self-doubt about whether he deserved a good rogering from us, from Video Explained, humiliating him.
But we care too, we're not just here to take the piss out of film clips.
No, that's right.
Because I quite like this song.
Okay, and why is that?
It's just got a funky beat I can dance to. It's just full of self-loathing, and it's funny.
It's funny, and you can dance to it. It's funny and filled with self-loathing. I mean, that's awfully confusing and wonderful at the same time, you know.
And I'm on the Wikipedia page for the video.
Oh, yes.
And this video marks the last filmed appearance of Billy Corgan prior to his decision to shave his head.
Yeah, that was one of the fun facts I had as well.
It's the last chance to see him with hair.
Yeah, well, I actually read that too, and then I was looking at the clip today thinking, you know, he still has a pretty... I mean, it didn't appear to be thinning from at the time. I don't remember looking at him and going, my God, you know. Yeah. But
maybe he had a comb over.
Yeah, it was probably. I
mean, I've lost hair since that clip came out. Like, I used to have hair.
Yeah.
Now it just grows out the sides like a fucking clown.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I mean, I've lost hair in some places but gained it in other places.
Yeah, right.
It's a further humiliation where you kind of lose hair where you want to keep it and get it where you don't want it to be.
Yeah.
And I think that's just God laughing at you, saying, well, you're just a pathetic monkey. You're lucky to be alive at all, so just shut up.
It's hard being a man.
Oh, it's terrible. Because I'm drowning all the time in toxic masculinity. I mean, we all are, of course. I mean, obviously women are, but men as well drown in their own toxic masculinity. And so I've embraced my feminine side now, very much the untoxic femininity. That is the counterpoint to my, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, sorry, we're just getting the whole vibe now for this song. You've obviously covered it quite well already. I don't think we need to talk about it anymore. But no, the song itself, of course, was the first single, I think, from the double album, Collie Border Crossing and the Infinite Garbage Bag.
Yeah. It was a triple album or a double album or some shit? It
was a double album, pretty sure it was. Yes. Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure it was a massive affair. The second album, I think, after... No, it wasn't. The third album.
After Siamese Dream?
Yeah, Siamese Dream, and then the first one was called Gish. Yeah, so we know a lot about this band. But the video clip itself was directed by, hang on, let me see, I've got the facts here somewhere on this piece of paper. It was shot in this place called Los Angeles, California, which is supposedly a part of Mexico. And so the band actually had to learn Mexican in order to be able to communicate with the Mexican director, Samuel Jackson. And he also directed this other video clip called Smells Like a Teen's Asshole. And there was,
right.
You know that one?
Smells Like Teen Bathhole was done. I just drifted off there, man. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that.
This cheesecake I had before.
It's caused bloating, has it? And daytimes.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. Gives you.
I need some kind of digestive tablet.
You do. Well, that would be. What would it be? A digestive tablet? Probably just listening to a bit of Krista Berg might help you.
Yeah. Lady in Red.
Yeah. I mean, that would do it. That would settle down your nerves and let that cheesecake pass through your colon.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so the other thing that this director did, which is quite amazing too, because it won Best Picture in 2008 Oscars, was the remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, right. Which was a failure.
Oh, no, I thought it won Best Picture, didn't it?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it did.
It's where they changed the story so Freddy Krueger's a pedophile.
Yes, I mean, he always was a pedophile, but now he's a very pronounced pedophile, yes.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's one of the great things about Hollywood, or just to take something that's already done very well and then not do it as well. They keep doing it.
Getting back to Smashing Pumpkins, yeah, what do you think of them, generally? Well,
what do I think of the band? I like the drummer.
Yeah.
I really like the drummer. I've just watched his videos recently. I think I misunderstood how amazing a drummer he really is. How much he added to the sound of the band and was kind of the glue. And he was also the one musician that Billy Corgan couldn't replace. I noticed watching the video clip for Bullets with a, what is it called? Butterfly Wings and Hot Sauce, or whatever it's called, that the other members of the band look incredibly depressed. And I imagine when they did the video, they go, well, look, you're kind of meant to look mournful, but they probably didn't have to direct them to do so, because I can't imagine how depressing it would be having to mime to a song that you didn't even play on, because the band leader played every single fucking instrument apart from the drums, you know.
Really? I was wondering that, because he's a bit of a control freak.
A bit. I'm pretty sure he played every single thing except the drums on all three of the albums. On Gish, he played everything himself, apart from the drums. And certainly, I think for this album and probably the other one, because that was what contributed to James Yeeha's heroin addiction, because he just had nothing to do. He just became incredibly depressed, thinking, why am I here? You know, I might as well just sit in the corner and just nod off.
And Billy Corgan every day is probably like, should I shave my head today?
Yeah, that's right. He goes,
and they were like, yeah, do it. And he's like, nah, just kidding.
Yeah.
And one day he did it, and they went, you look stupid. You look like a fucking gnome. And then the band broke up.
Yeah, they did. The Smashing Pumpkins were formed in 1978. Something about Billy Corgan insisted on not letting anyone else play anything. And then, oh yes, right, he met the bass player Darcy Retzky at a gig for a band called the Dan Reed Network. So they were both at this gig the Dan Reed Network was playing, and they met there. And then they hooked up with James Yeeha and a drum machine originally. Billy Corgan played bass initially until they met the drummer, the fantastic Lindy Chamberlain, who's obviously had his fair share of dramas in the at his rock, of course. But aside from that, and plus he was a heroin addict as well. I mean, they were all heroin addicts, I think, at some point. Except Corgan.
Except Billy Corgan, he's just a workaholic.
Yeah, no, I think everyone else just became so, I guess, I don't know, it's maybe he's a demon of some sort.
Yeah, he compares himself to Jesus in the song. But I was always wondering the symbolism of the clip, because, like, there's all these people covered in shit, like digging holes and that, and they're trying to find gold. But it's what he thought of that's society in his brain, and he's above them in his T-shirt. Yeah.
Well, that's right.
That T-shirt he wears in the film clip was really popular. You can probably get it at Kmart now. But,
apparently it was a comment on the gold mining, using slaves to get gold in South America or whatever it was. But it was actually just shot in Los Angeles. But they got a bunch of Mexican immigrants. They said they'd give them green cards. And obviously the Trump's wall wasn't in effect at that time. They were just running across. Gave them the green card, some food. Probably shared some heroin with the guitarist, Mr. IHOP or whatever his name was, and just said, just keep the rags on that you've got, just clamber up these ladders and stuff, maybe have a couple of kind of, a bit of a rumble with each other. We'll film around that. We're going to play. We'll get the band to play in front. We'll have a few shots of the band also looking kind of miserable, which was pretty easy. And then we'll get Corgan in that chair with his zero top on, spitting and reciting the lyrics, and that's about it. Cut it together, and there's your clip. I mean, it was very striking at the time. I think it's sort of been mimicked a lot, especially that kind of tone, that dark, washed out, covered in shit tone that sort of is deliberately saying, yes, it's arty, yes, it's dark. Marilyn Manson, of course, and quite a lot of other, fucking Satanists have gone down that path. got some sort of fucked up art director who can't make a decent film to come out and do the... Oh, shit, I've unplugged my my cock robin. Hang on, what time is it? This is, this could be the worst podcast we've done so far. But maybe...
But Billy Corgan's pretty whiny, I reckon. Like,
oh, yeah.
He says, and what do I get for my pain? Betrayed desires and a piece of the game.
Yeah.
So he's talking about, selling out.
Yeah.
Being betrayed.
I thought he was talking about Peter Dutton becoming Prime Minister. But maybe that's too contemporary. You could see that far in the future. But I've got some quotes here from Corgan. He says, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in America. I don't believe in rock and roll. I believe in me. So, I mean, that sounds pretty pretentious. Then he says, for a 6'3" guy with no hair and a whiny voice, I've done all right. So, it's sort of part of him, I think, he's completely... I mean, I wouldn't want to be in a band with him, apart from if I had some, share of the songwriting.
Would you have a wrestle with him?
I'd have a wrestle with him if it was shot in that same way as the video clip from Butterfly with Butterfly wings. If we're all sort of covered in mud and it was all very arty and stuff, that'd be cool, wrestling Corgo. Biggie Corgan, that would be quite nice, getting up close with the man. And, maybe afterwards, once we've settled our differences, I'd probably sort of ask him about where his head's at, perhaps if I can sleep at his house and maybe become like a housemate with him and give him advice.
But he probably sleeps in a coffin.
I mean, that's what people do.
Surrounded by Budweiser bottles.
Sure. I think he probably sleeps on a giant slice of brie, I reckon.
He just eats it during the night.
Yeah, just...
I'm a vampire.
Yeah, like a coffin.
I'm a vampire.
French cheese coffin. But, I mean, that's the kind of thing, I guess, last week after listening to him on Joe Rogan's show, I thought, hang on, my preconceptions about him have just pretty much been shattered. And now I thought it'd be an obvious kind of thing to go in and kick him in the balls for the kind of wankery that seems so self-evident, from his persona.
So I like the Today song.
Did you just release a song today?
No, the song called Today.
Oh, never heard.
Where he's dressed up as a milkman.
Is that the sequel to Yesterday? Did the Beatles do a song called Yesterday? Didn't they do a song called Yesterday, All My Troubles Seem So Far Away? And then he's done Today, All My Troubles Are Here. Hang on.
It's always important to listen to the Beatles.
Yeah, because there's a touchstone reference for everything else that's ever happened before and after, really, isn't it? And everything led up to that, and then everything is now in the shadow of that. And how could anything... I mean, basically, the world should have ended once Let It Be was released.
This is my impression of John Lennon ordering a hamburger.
Okay.
I like a hamburger.
Thank you. All right.
That sounded Indian. Sorry. It's supposed to sound like a Liverpool accent.
I'll see if I can... I say, this is John Lennon having a fight with Yoko. I'll smash your fucking face in. Oh, hang on. That's all right. It's terrible. We'll see who can do the worst impression of a Cockney. It was a Cockney with me. Yoko. I'm sorry I wrote Imagine. It's terrible. Your songs are so much better. I love you.
Hello, my name's Ringo. I don't have anything to do.
Oh, Ringo, come and sit in my face.
I'm drunk.
Oh, Ringo, come.
I'm drunk for 30 years.
I loved your solo album, you bastard.
The Beatles sound like pirates.
Yeah.
Arr!
Come and watch your
and the walrus. Arr! I'll do my Billy Corgan impression.
Yeah, okay.
This is Billy Corgan I'd like a hamburger.
Okay, that's
covered with cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you've been practicing Billy Corgan ordering a hamburger?
No, that one just comes out of me. I think, I might like him more than I realise. Maybe I'm very similar to him.
Maybe...
I know he likes cheesecake, I can tell.
I've got some fun facts about Corgan here. He went out with Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which he described as extremely realistic, perhaps too much so. Corgan,
that's right. He went out with Courtney Love.
He did, yes, he did.
Yeah, before she met Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, and after. He lived in one of the wings of her mansion, apparently, for a while. It's like right. it was a guest. He had his own wing, like the West Wing or something. Thought he was like Martin Sheen.
Just eating yogurt and farting.
Yeah, he just sectioned off his own little sort of area in the mansion. I don't know, maybe talked to her through an intercom or something. And he also opened a tea house in 2012 called Mad Zuku's Big Tea House. He's working on a spiritual memoir entitled God is Everywhere, Even in My Rectum. Here's a fun thing. Sig Sputnik did a cover of The World is a Vampire trademark. I saw
there's quite a few covers of it.
Have you heard the Sig Sputnik one, or what's your favorite version of it?
I haven't heard any of them.
Well, let's have a quick listen to it now.
Today's history with the point in the right place.
Yeah, the world is a vampire. Sent to drink. Secret destroyers. Hold you up to the floor.
So what'd you make of that?
Yeah, that was great.
Just a quick sample.
Really second changed my views on the political situation in Canberra.
Oh man, totally. That's it's as political as it gets. The way that was done. It's Sig Sputnik's never gone out of favour with me. I've always got a soft spot for them. And
imagine Peter Dutton in a Zero T-shirt.
He's what he should wear from now on. I reckon any serious politician should wear the Billy Corgan Zero T-shirt.
Yeah, because anyone's a vampire, it's Peter Dutton, right?
Peter Dutton. What about Mike Pence or Tony Blair? I mean, any of them. Tony Blair was a vampire for sure. What we'll do is edit this down.
Billy Corgan was right. Fuck it. Give the man some credit.
Oh, man, I want to give him a hug and just tell him thank you for the beautiful memories and great songs. And I'm glad you're fucking rich. Why not? I just wouldn't want to be in a band with you and not be able to even play my own instrument in the studio. That would just be, I'd probably get $500 a week for playing and have to be enthusiastic and jump around like a spasmoid and, for what? He'll just kick me out and I'll go home away and better pay the rent.
Yeah, what an asshole.
It's a politics, man. I mean, he talks about being a vampire. I reckon he knows, like you said, he knows all about it, being a fucking vampire, that bastard. No, that's all right. We'll wrap this episode up first.
Let's just run down the shitter. I'm bloated from cheesecake, but, I still think we should put it up just so people can hear at the end that we hated it.
Yeah, we
wasted their time.
Yeah. Now, go back to bed, everyone. You guys have been ripped off. Are you still going to come around and clean the carpet there?
Yeah, mate.
Because I really did murder someone. I really did fucking kill someone, man. It wasn't pretty. They started saying shit about Billy Corgan. I got really angry.
Yeah, I'm more of a Pearl Jam guy myself.
Even flow, mate. Even flow. And
all right.
You say
sayonara.
Oh, hang on. Who's sponsoring us this week? You didn't tell us about your greatest meal.
This week's sponsored by Garlic Chicken Jevs.
Not again. Those, is that from Smuggles or Smeggles? What was it called? Muggles?
Yeah, Muggles chickens.
They just, you always come back to them. Come back to a Muggles. You know?
Yeah.
You can crawl off into a dark corner and snuffle on some other kind of chicken corpse, but I end up coming back to a Muggles because...
They're always full of child-sized bones and chicken you can trust.
Yeah, absolutely. A child-sized bone... And it's a child-sized price as well. It's something that a child can afford with their pocket money, So I'll have a child-sized mutated chicken Kiev.
It's got a toy. It comes with a toy in it too.
That's right. You heat it up and it explodes out of it. It's
a decapitated chicken toy. It's really depressing.
It's just sort of... What kind of toy did you get this week, Dan?
It was a decapitated chicken toy. It's really depressing.
Oh, right. You said that. Sorry.
It's only one toy in each one. It's the same toy.
It's the same toy, a decapitated chicken.
Yeah.
That's so strange. But that's why we love them, because they're weird and disturbing, kind of creepy, and not ethical. And that's what keeps us, entertained, really, because safety is boring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Muggles lives on the edge. Like every single one of their Kievs that comes out, they don't know what's in it or if it's the same as the one that came out before it. And it's pot luck whether you will live or die after one of these. But so far, it's all worked out, yeah?
Yep.
I mean, you keep coming back like a crack addict for more Muggles chicken Kiev, and my freezer's stacked with them.
Yeah.
I feel like I have some sort of mental illness.
At least you're not as mentally ill as Billy Corgan.
No, that's right.
At least appears to be.
No, he did suffer seriously from depression, but now he's into wrestling, sports, all kinds of good quality stuff. He's a happy man. He's a father now, finally, to his child bride. He's happy.
Yeah, good on him.
Well, that wraps it up again. Another wonderful episode 5, Video Explain. I think we've really opened people's eyes, opened the mind, opened...
It was definitely informative.
It was. I'll go back into the cupboard and think about life.
All right.
And I wish you all the best, young man.
I'm going to go cry in the corner.
You do that, mate. And
all right.
Clean my carpets.
See you later.
Bye!
Video explain.